I'm going to talk in this module about systems overall and their role within a business. Later on, there are other modules you can move into which will give you much more detail in terms of how to do things. So I'm just going to come up with some approaches, some thoughts, some attitudes, some states of mind that will help you and your business to operate more efficiently through the intelligent application of systems. Now then, any business has to do 5 things. First, it has to find customers. That's what your marketing is for. Secondly, it has to satisfy customers. That's what operations is about. Then it has to manage its people, and that's what people management is about. And it then has to apply systems and technology to make its administration work efficiently. And then, through all of this, it has to make money. So I'm going to talk about the yellow highlighter here, which is how do we use systems and processes in the business to make the whole administration of it much simpler and more efficient. Now, firstly, I'm often asked this one, surely systems is just really all about computers. Well, no, it's not, because the computer is only a means to the end. The system is much bigger than the computer, because it's really about automating all the manual things, the manual repetitive things that you do in your work and your staff do, to save you your valuable time and to generate fast business information which enables you to make good business decisions. Of course, you do need computers to help you do that, but computers are not the point. Computers are simply the means to the end. Now, the worst systems are those which, frankly, are comfortable, they're familiar, but the problem is they look backwards. They're paper-based, they're operated manually, they are repetitive, they tend not to be linked to any other process, they replicate, therefore, information, they rely quite a bit on people's memory, they cause bottlenecking while mounds of paper build up because people are too busy to file them or process them, and at face value, they are a cheap way of doing things because they don't involve any investment that you don't already have, but they are wasteful of time and they're inefficient. And through errors and waste and time loss, problems build. You've got piles of paper, you've got filing cabinets, you've got the need to remember, you've got information that's hard to find, you've got time waste, and frankly, this admin of the business is pretty much out of control. And that causes you to fight internal problems instead of the external dragons, and there's plenty of them out there. So this will lead to your marketing being erratic, you losing customers, profits being reduced, cash draining away, all-round inefficiency, and unproductive people. The best systems are those which, in terms of making a change, initially make you feel pretty uncomfortable, because they make you change, and frankly, that is the point. The point is they should make you change, and change, as we know, is uncomfortable. But with the right systems in place, you'll be able to do a superb job of communicating with prospects and customers. You'll be able to hold data on them, you'll be able to track proposals and contracts, monitor the service you're giving, monitor the performance of your products, manage your projects, manage purchasing and stock control in a really efficient way, record all your financial transactions, provide fast business information, track employees and contractors, report on the entire business, and share data between all the parts of the business. Because you've got electronic systems, you can now be integrated. And that is very powerful, because by integration I mean that you update one system and it automatically updates the other systems. Gets rid of replication completely. So, these systems, integrated as they are, put you in control. Because they look forward, they save you lots of time. And being in control, you now have some time to spare to spend more time reaching prospects, finding new customers, listening to what they're telling you, managing their projects really well, finding the time and the good information to be able to go out and buy at the lowest prices and sell at the highest prices, with a good flow of information, enable you to make good decisions and enable your people to be highly productive, and above all, you and your business people to be relaxed because you're in control. And having a fun business it's got effective marketing and effective operations and effective finances, effective technology, effective people, and an effective boss is a really pretty nice place to be. So, good systems are really about when every repetitive operation in the business is run electronically and all the bits update each other automatically. In the modules that we've got on the subject of systems, we will obviously, one starts with a review to see where you are, and then we can follow that through and show you how to put in place all the systems that you could ever need to run a really efficient and effective business. So, here are some standard things for you to take on board. First of all, let technology do your administration. And there's no need to be using paper anymore. Automate everything that you possibly can. Link all the systems together so that they integrate and they update one another. And remember that state-of-the-art systems is costing less and less and less. The cost is almost negligible these days. There was never a better time to do it. If you're worried about having to learn new tricks, having to operate a system that you've got no idea about, or feel you haven't got the time for it, believe you me, there are a ton of people working at home these days who've got good systems knowledge, they've got their own computers, they've got database capability, and not only that, they are pretty cheap. So don't hesitate, if that's the thing getting in your way, to go and outsource the operation of your systems. But I would counsel you, if you do that, you must make time to learn it yourself, because the more you learn it, the more possibilities that you will see. And frankly, as I said earlier, you'd be surprised how when you sit down and you have a go, it's not as difficult as you thought it was. And this will win you free time to really do what you do best, and really make a success of your business. Watch your efficiency leap up, and through all this, raise the market value of your business very considerably. Now then, finally, nothing that I've said is rocket science. It may be difficult at times, but not rocket science. And the technology I've talked about is all off the shelf, dead easy to buy, and even better, it's now all available in the cloud, which means you don't even have to buy the technology anymore. You just rent it, and any portal that gets you up into the internet will enable you to access your systems, and your systems can run in the internet on hardware that belongs to someone else, using software that belongs to someone else. It never was easier. Be first to do it. Get in on it. Okay? Overtake your competitors before they overtake you. And keep your eyes open for the way that other people use technology. Look at what suppliers are doing to you in your personal life and your business life. Look at how they use technology to reach you, to manage you, to extract money from you, and to give you service. And learn from what they do, and import those lessons into your own business. Do be aware of IT consultants. By and large, IT consultants are people who charge a lot of money to install lots of systems for you and get those systems working. They are not people who understand business. And there's a clear need to recognise that. You must be very, very clear about your business need before you go near an IT consultant, because otherwise you're going to be facing some pretty massive bills. You need to get yourself in control from the word go, and if you do use them, make absolutely certain that you've nailed the cost down to a guaranteed outcome. Only ever spend your precious time and money on activities that directly save your time and give you better information through systems. Now, plenty more detailed modules we have out there to help you get into the guts of all of this, but I hope this few minutes has enabled you to get a grasp as to what systems can do for you and your business. Thank you for listening.